Caneville. We back Caneville, Footballville with my man X. And today we got an extra body in here today. My man T from Fort Lauderdale. Now he resides in Tampa with Pick Six Academy. Talk to us about Pick Six Academy.
What's good, man? Coach Dub. Like I said, I'm from Fort Lauderdale. I've been living in Tampa probably the last 10, 12 years. Coach high school ball, coached at Jesuit High School last year. Coaching some of the best DBs in the Central Florida area. Got a training company, Pick Six Academy. Train guys from middle school all the way up to the pros. Train a couple bucks. A lot of college guys, a lot of high school guys. Check us out. We want the best training.
Where you train? Where you train them at?
In Tampa. We're in Tampa.
What part? You be at a park? You be at a
park? Got different facilities.
You be at different places?
Different we got Skyway Park. We got different parks.
So how do you get the information out there? You post it on Instagram. Or like before the training happens or something?
Well, yeah, I've been in it for about a couple years now. So I use the Booksy app.
Yeah.
So if anybody
what is it called?
Booksy. It's like what the barbers use to schedule appointments and all that.
Oh, really?
So
Booksy?
Yeah.
Don't sell the Booksy app, man. I never heard of it before. So it's the book thing.
Yeah, it's a book. So if any of you guys on Instagram, it's pick6_academy on Instagram. You can go there and book any session that you need.
So it's one. So most times it's one-on-one. It's not like a group or
one-on-ones. You can get either one you want.
Gotcha.
But most of the time it's group.
Gotcha.
And training sessions vary by day, by time.
Gotcha.
Some notable guys I've coached: Bernie Hargraves, of course, went to Florida. Last year, Jordan Young, who's committed to Florida right now. Junior Vanderroth, who's at Jesuit, who's probably going to go anywhere he wants. Jordan Miners at Penn State. Who else?
Jesuit had a good running back like 2 years ago, right? Went to Florida, right?
Yep.
You gonna send everybody to Florida? What we gonna do?
I wasn't there 2 years ago. And I don't try. You sound like my cousin. I don't send nobody to Florida. They go where they want to go.
Nah, you send the people to Florida, you wouldn't be here.
And listen, them Tampa dudes, I hate to say it, but they're a little bit scared of South Florida. They're not trying to come down here and play football.
What you mean?
It is what it is.
Oh, man.
Just being honest, man.
I never heard that side of it before. Explain to me.
Being from South Florida, being up there, you hear the rumblings, you hear the talk. It's a different breed of football. They blame the reason why we win so many state championships on population. But the schools are separated by population. So it doesn't matter. It's always, but for the most part, they know what time it is.
What is so the reason Central and Northwestern, what's the reason they say Central and Northwestern and Booker T, they always go back? When you're outside looking in, what are they saying about that situation?
People that's true to the game that know about football, they just say we just flat out better. We practice better.
Yeah.
We build dogs down there. We breed dogs. We dog breeders down south. You know what I'm saying? Like even when I coach, I'm coaching like I'm in year of the bull every day. You know what I mean? That's what we all used to, no matter what sport we play, right? Our coach don't coach like that, so I'm coaching like I'm in year of the bull every day.
Right.
And to be honest, man, a lot of the coaches up there really can't handle that. Some of the kids really can't take that. But once again,
it's a different culture, is it?
It really is.
Oh man, I would have never thought that.
It really is. I mean, you get some programs that's not. Remember that one team that beat New Orleans, Jefferson that beat New Orleans. It was a team full of dogs. Yeah. Those coaches on that staff was coaching like they from South Florida, but those guys are really good coaches. So, that's a different dynamic between down south and up here, man. Just the culture. Talent isn't all that different.
No, it's not.
It's not all that different.
That's one thing I did realize, that the talent is all across Florida, but you're saying that the way it's being coached and the way it's being developed is a little.
It's totally different.
It's different.
It's totally different.
I always thought it was a little different because being that they don't pay the coaches in South Florida enough. I felt like the coaching is bad.
Right.
That's what I thought, because I coached high school and I was like, man, it's kind of bad.
Down here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's such a high level of coaching, but I think what he's saying is that it's hardcore. It's more like from all the way up. It's like a training of a hardcore type of hard-nosed type of, you know what I'm saying? Different type of kid come from down here, and it starts from here. It don't start in high school. It starts here. So, I kind of understand what he's saying.
I think it's high level coaching down here, though. I ain't gonna lie. If you got a coach that has to teach 7 classes and still put a game plan up to win state, man, that's a high level coach to get something that he's probably thinking in his mind and the coaching in the layman's term to get everybody to buy it and to do it. It ain't just all about talent, man. You gotta have coaches. Some of them guys up north that they playing against got all day to coach.
They do.
All day to strategize, all day to game plan. You know what I mean? They come out there with 60, 70 guys. You know what I'm saying? You gotta Miami Central 40, 50. just let's get it. I mean, they gonna keep it simple. Like think about the years when they had Dalvin Cook and Joe Yearby. They wasn't trying to have no quarterback back there handing off all game. Let me put our best players back here, hand the ball off. To get the ball, we're gonna go play football. That's
simple.
coaching. That's high level coaching to me.
It is.
You know what I mean? To me, it is.
We kind of looked at the opposite. We kind of looked at it like they. We knew AJ. 'Cause AJ was a good offensive mind. We always knew that. But we kind of looked at it like they dumbed that down, and they just did. They went to Pee Wee football and they just started bowling people up. But if it worked,
something to be said for putting your best players in the best situation to win games and to run the table like they did. I mean, I think that's coaching.
That's just how it is down here. You just gonna put your best players on the field. So it's like, I mean, like you say, like why would I waste time with a quarterback? You know what I'm saying? When I got 2 running backs who can run the ball. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, listen, man. So wait up. We just jumped right into it. That's my man T Tony. I brought him in because one of the biggest, most knowledgeable Cane fans I know. Him and X could sit here, man. They could talk probably to 4 o'clock today. I'm going home. I'm not sitting here with them talking about the '86 Canes and who. I'm not doing it with them, but that's why I brought him in. He's going to be a part of the show as much as possible. I think he can bring a lot to the show. And we just opened up on something talking about coaching. Like, when you say that the coaching, I would think it would be simple to put the best players on the field in the position. I've never coached before. What you just said seemed to be a simple thing. Put my best players on the field in a position to succeed is what you said Miami Central did with Joseph Yearby, Dalvin Cook, and it worked. Then they did it again with Ant Jones. I was in the locker room with Hollandale, and they was looking at each other like, we done tried everything. We up 14, but it ain't gonna last. And they went, and Central went to the I call it Pee Wee football, and Central came back and beat them. You a coach, like how is that a difficult dynamic? What goes into that makes that difficult?
You ever watch the game with a dominant running back, and he's running it, and the coach starts putting him out wide? You ever seen that? A lot of the coaches get stuck on their systems. System, instead of doing what's right for the team or the players. So, the toughest thing to stop are 2 dudes coming out this backfield. You put them out wide if you want to. You took them out of the box. Now I ain't got to even count for them anymore. I can put 2, 3 guys out there to cover them. So, putting them in that aspect of, let's just keep it simple. Yeah. Let's run this football. I mean, it goes back to try to true. We got a great O-line and D-line. They powerful, they strong and athletic. Why we got them pass blocking for? They just push forward and go.
St. Thomas versus Northwestern. I think Mike Epstein Northwestern could not stop Mike Epstein. Wasn't it Northwestern?
Mike Epstein, yep.
But St. Thomas would run Mike Epstein. He'll get 60 yards. Then the next drive, they'll take him out. They'll put the other running back in. And I asked Mike Epstein this year. 4 years later, I said, dog, what were they doing in that game? Why didn't they just reap you in? You know, he looked at me and said, Coach, I don't know either. I don't know what they was doing. Because obviously if he would have stayed in the game, he would have had 200 yards versus Northwestern. But I guess that was their system. And I guess they stuck to it. To us, it may look like it's not winning football, but to them, they could have been thinking, listen, this is how we keep our running backs fresh. This is what we're going to do always, and then we just always going to do it. I mean, this is what we do all the time, so we're just going to keep doing what we usually do.
Just show you the level of coaching, man. Some guys can draw it up on the board. Some guys can break down film. Some guys, but everybody can't call plays. And everybody is savvy enough to call plays in the sense of what's going on right now.
Right.
Or what we need to do. Like, it make no sense that Mike Epstein, they should have rode the high hand.
Man, they couldn't stop him. They couldn't stop him, and it was eye opening. But I think they took that set. Well, it was Northwestern. It was either Northwestern or Booker T. But they would sit him on the bench. He would get every other possession. So listen, Thursday we sat down with supposed to have been the 5 Palmetto kids, but I mean Palmetto got what? 15 D1 kids. So they just eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and brought some D1 kids, and we ended up with Collins, Marshall, Corey Collier, and Edwards, the Louisville commit. Me and X sat down with them. Great interview. Great little session we had with them. They were loose. And one thing I took out of it was Savion Collins right off the bat, I realized that he's a kid. Like he's a kid. He's not as mature as the rest of them. I don't know if the word's mature. I just think he's not off the porch. He look like he's not off the porch like the rest of them are off the porch. His mom still has him, which is not a bad thing. I mean, a lot of kids don't even have parents in their life in the end of the season. His mom still has him, and so some of the stuff and the indecisions and the things he says, I kind of understand it now. When he said, my mom want me to go to UM, he really meant that. Like, he's not saying, I got my own brain, my mom want me to go to UM. What he's saying is that, my mom wants me to stay at home and go to UM. His mom is a huge impact on his life. He only been playing football, what he said, three years? He's what, 264, 6'5", 330, 320. So he has a lot of upside. So So one thing I got out of it, it made me realize that these kids are kids, man, and sometimes we put them in position of adults. What you took out of it, X?
Same, like like you said, not off the porch. Mother has a hand in his life, which is good. Like we was talking to him, he was talking about he got into it with a couple fans on Instagram about he's a kid, kids make decisions where they don't think, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But this is a big decision, choosing your college, He like, I guess they got mad because I guess he posted like a top 10 or something like that, and everybody like, so why you committed to Canes and you looking at other schools like, why can't he do that? Like, he has the right, you know what I'm saying? But just by talking to him, out of the other three, you can just see like he's mama's kid. I don't want to say mama's boy, but his mama's kid.
Right. His mom is an impact on his life.
The decisions that he make, they talk about it in the house, you know what I'm saying? So with Jason, it's a character, man. Got so funny. Like he got up and said, "I'm the best cornerback in the nation."
He looked like it too. He like a grown man.
Yeah, you look, man.
He put together.
That team just loaded. Like 6'2", he was 6'2" by 180. Like that's a NFL player right now. So
right.
But great group of guys, very funny. All got good heads on them. Seems like it. They coached by some good guys, and I'm looking forward for a season, hopefully. Right. But if it's not, hey.
So listen, they have maybe 15 D1 players, but they call it like a top 5. They got 2 5-stars. If we got Collins already, if we had a chance to get one more, right? Who would you take?
Jason Marshall.
Jason Marshall?
Yeah.
Why?
You're not going to get 6'2" corners like that often.
No.
You're not. Like he could come in and probably be our biggest corner right now.
Who would you take?
Out of the Palmetto 5?
Yeah, off of the Palmetto 5, if we had a chance to get one more of those kids, like who would you take? Leonard Taylor?
I'm a DB guy, but man.
I could have sworn you was going to say Leonard. I thought you was going to say Jason Marshall.
I mean, I'm a DB guy, don't get me wrong.
Yeah?
If you got a guy up front, well, my guys in the back and got to cover for 2 seconds. Give me that guy up front first. And so I love Jason Marshall.
Right.
I love him.
Right.
Like, give me Leonard Taylor first.
But you'll take Leonard Taylor.
Yes, Lord.
I'll take them both. How about that?
Yeah.
No, we only pick one.
Both.
No, it was hard for me to pick against Marshall. I ain't gonna lie.
No, we can only pick one. We're gonna only pick one.